Do you ever feel like no matter how much you earn, your money just disappears? Like something is quietly taking it without you even noticing? What if you're not just spending money? What if you're losing it without realizing where or why? What if the real problem isn't how much you earn, but the hidden traps that are silently draining everything? Why does it feel like you're doing everything right, but somehow you're still falling behind? You save money, you try to be careful. So why does it feel like it's never enough? Is it your habits, your choices, or something you don't even see? What if it's not obvious, not visible, but slowly affecting everything? And what if it's happening every single day, right in front of you? Not one big mistake, but small ones, repeating over and over again. What if these small, invisible patterns are the reason you never move forward? This is where it begins. Not one big mistake, but many small traps. They don't look dangerous at first, but they repeat every single day. And slowly, they start to control your results. It always starts small. A coffee, a snack, something quick. You don't even think about it anymore. But tell me, how many times a day do you spend without noticing? You don't cancel it. It just stays there, running in the background. Subscriptions keep taking quietly every month. Be honest, how many of them do you actually use? You justify it, I deserve this, and maybe you do, but every time you say that, you spend again. So let me ask you, is it a reward or just an excuse? You wait, you tell yourself, I'll start later. So your money just sits there, no growth, no movement. But think about it, how long have you been waiting already? You follow others, you see what they do and copy it. No thinking, no questioning, just repeating. But ask yourself, is that really your decision or someone else's? You ignore it because it feels small, just a few coins, just a little loss, but it keeps happening again and again. So think carefully, what happens when small losses never stop? You don't track it, so you never really see it. Money comes and disappears. No system, no clarity. Let me ask you something. If you don't track it, how can you control it? You spend emotionally, not because you need it, but because you feel something. Stress, boredom, even happiness. It feels right in the moment, but later, does it still feel right? You stay comfortable. Same habits, same routine, same results. Nothing changes because nothing is challenged. So be honest, are you choosing comfort or avoiding change? You restart again and again. You begin with motivation, but stop too early. Then you try again. Let me ask you this, what if the problem isn't starting but not staying? None of these traps are loud. That's why they're dangerous. They don't destroy your money overnight. They slowly take control. But the moment you see them clearly, you take that control back, and everything starts to change. Track every small expense, not sometimes, every single day. Because the problem isn't one big purchase, it's the invisible pattern of small ones. When you see where your money goes, you stop the leaks before they grow. Check your subscriptions, all of them. If you don't use it regularly, it doesn't deserve your money. Cancel anything unnecessary, because passive expenses are the easiest way to lose money without feeling it. Pause before you buy, just a few seconds. Ask yourself, do I need this or do I feel this? That small pause breaks emotional spending, and over time it saves you more than you think. Your money shouldn't sit still. If it's not growing, it's slowly losing value. Even small steps matter. Start somewhere, but don't let your money stay idle. Stop copying blindly. What works for others may not work for you. Think for yourself. Understand before you act. Because real progress starts when your decisions become your own. Respect small losses. They don't look dangerous, but they add up faster than you think. Fix them early, because what you ignore today becomes your biggest problem tomorrow. What you don't measure, you can't control. Track your money weekly, not to restrict yourself, but to understand your behavior. Clarity is power. Separate feelings from decisions. Money is not emotional, so your choices shouldn't be either. Control the feeling, or it controls your money. Comfort is expensive. It feels safe, but it keeps you stuck. Change small habits first, because growth doesn't come from staying where you are. Stop restarting. Consistency beats intensity. It's not about doing more, it's about staying longer. That's where real change happens. You don't lose money in one moment, you lose it slowly in ways that feel normal. That's why it's dangerous, because by the time you notice it, you've already lost too much. But here's the truth. The moment you see these patterns, you're already ahead, because most people never even realize what's happening. And that awareness, that's where everything starts to change. Now it's your choice. Keep repeating the same patterns, or finally break them. But I'm curious, which one trapped you the most? Was it the small habits, or the ones you didn't even notice? Because the moment you see it, you can change it. So tell me in the comments, and if you're ready to stop losing silently, stay and take control.